Good morning, health coaching class. Dr. Wagner here, getting used to being back in my office with this glare situation again, but happy to be here. And so happy to be talking to you this morning. I just went through your video number ones, and I have to say that I've taught this class for a long time. I think I've said that. And over the last year, I've been teaching it during the school year, which means there's usually 60 or more folks in each section. And with all of the video instruction, I have yet to have a semester like this one, where everybody uploads their first video exactly right. So thank you. Usually I have to say, sorry, this is not, or this is unlisted, I can't view it, or sorry, this one says it's for kids, so I can't share it. And I know that whole for kids or not for kids thing is creepy, but you all did it perfectly right on the first try. So I really appreciate that. It really made the grading of them a lot easier. And they have all now been shared to playlist number 1. So if you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, you have that access. Or if you just go to, I have my little flowchart here, and our homepage under the learning materials is where you'll see both the folder that has my video links as well as your video links. And so video number 1 is now there with a folder with most of our first videos. Sometimes some folks, this is Monday morning. This is a federal holiday, so and the due dates are flexible in any case. But so make sure you check back. The follow-up to each video is for you to review them. Video number 1's a little different because folks are just talking about themselves. I am so excited about all of the diverse experiences and points of views that we have, even in a smaller class this summer. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how that previous experience and also the different ways we probably look at the world are going to affect the way we run our role plays in later videos. So later videos are more about skills. And so there will be a little worksheet for each one that you'll assess some of your classmates on. First video, all we're going to do really is go to their videos on my channel and comment. And you're asked to comment on at least 2 people's videos, though it is a smaller class. And I encourage, especially those of you who are looking for that classroom community experience, to maybe spend a little bit of time. I think I watched all the videos this morning in under an hour. And everyone's talking about the theories in different ways, which is kind of interesting. Some of you are polar opposites. Your favorite is someone else's least favorite and vice versa, which is kind of fun. And again, nothing's set in stone, right? The constructs of the theory are often not helpful all the way together or all together, pardon me. And sometimes we need to pull a little bit from Health Belief Model and throw it into Reasoned Action Plan behavior, and also think about where they might be in their stages of change or in their diffusion of innovation. And again, we're living still through a global pandemic that has really highlighted some ways in which health behavior works and doesn't work with individuals and communities and populations. So we'll go from there. Last night also log 2 was due. So I'm headed, I think I have to grade the health behavior theory work first and maybe learn something about wearing sunscreen. But the log 1, I should have replied to all by now. I try to get those done each week before you are doing the next thing, obviously. And I've had some questions about the logs. I think they've all been going really well. Again, share as much or as little as you want. It's your space to reflect on what's happening with you. And so, I will provide some feedback, partly just to role model, partly just because I'm lonely and I like the conversation with you, even though it's unidirectional. And I think that's the most important thing, is that don't feel like you have to answer back. So if you're asking or a question, or I say, I wonder about this, don't feel like you have to ever address that again if it's not something that you want to talk about. I'm not trying to add more work to you. I'm just, engaging you. I think that the loss of the counseling requirement sometimes is important. And so I think the logs are one of those minor ways that we can keep that self-reflection in. Again, we only get 5 weeks to figure this stuff out. And so I won't intensify my feedback on the logs like I might in a 15-week space, unless I think you can take it. And even then it'll be later on in the semester. Okay, so all your videos are uploaded, so feel free to go take a look at who else is in the course and comment on them as you see fit, and keep on going, right? We're just about to hit the end of week 2, which does mean that video 2 will be due next week, which will be about skills. Again, one of the upsides of the pandemic, not that I want to find a ton of upsides, but I'm looking for upsides in the pandemic, is that we've all gotten used to different ways of being in the world. And so feel free to do your video role plays however you want. We had a lot of great experiences last few semesters with folks even doing them with just recording a Zoom session or whatever video version you would like to use. And in the Zoom sessions, we can't really do, eye contact and some of those things like we do in person, but that's okay. As long as we're just keeping in mind that those are the ways of the skill. And then if you want to do it in person, go for it. And there's even some of you who have said, hey, I was a role model partner in past videos. So it'll be interesting to see on the flip side how that goes. Keep in mind that all you're doing is demonstrating skills. So don't get caught up. Sometimes people will write a script and read it. Nobody really wants that. It's not as interesting to listen to. And I get that you're nervous often to put these videos together. And I know we're technically evaluating you, but nobody is judging you. What I have found is often we learn the most about our own selves and our own videos from doing this. And that though some of us behind the scenes might say hey, so-and-so really doesn't do this part well, that's really rare. Generally, people will say, oh my gosh, watch so-and-so's video. They reframed that feedback so well, or they, helped redirect that person so beautifully. So again, I know that putting it in a video in this format often feels performative, but just be yourself. Don't worry about mistakes some of you are exceptional with editing, and so if you want to do that, great. But really, you're just there to demonstrate the skills so that we each can see a variety of different ways in which people might do it, and then also notice the little bits. You'll notice in my videos, every time I do the captions, I say, wow, Laura, could you stop saying, because every time I have to type that in the captions, I just feel like I should be doing a more professional job. But I'm not a professional. I'm not a YouTube star. I'm not a professional videographer. I'm just a simple master certified health education specialist who's attempting to communicate with you. And so I encourage you to just get it out there and get it done, and don't, I'm not going to lie, this is my third take because this chin situation is out of control, and then the light. But all right, so there's that. All right, I'm going to stop. Now I'm just chatting. Have a great rest of your week. Please take a few minutes today to, reflect on what this day meant and what it still means. So, all right, hang in there. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.